In this video, we will learn how to use the UI tags. There are a lot of things you can do with the UI tags. You can add property information, add the floor plan information, direct viewers to other links, and create gateways. Let's say we want to have the information about this counter. Maybe it's a granite counter. So we will click on the UI tag and press the N on your keyboard. Now we will have information icon on your counter. If you want to change the icon, you can click on Change Content and our library will appear. You can also upload your own icon image. To add information about this counter, we will select the information icon and add an interaction to this UI tag. We will select Type and click Show Tooltip. We can add a title and the information we want to appear and click Apply Interactive Interaction Change. Now if you hover the mouse over the information icon, you will see the little pop-up box appear. You may also want to have more information available about something in the house. Perhaps there is a piece of art for sale, or perhaps it is simply information you want to show. So let's say we want to integrate a UI tag on this wall. So again, we will press N, but maybe the UI tag is not located in the correct location. You can move the tag up and down with the Y slider. And with the arrows within the X and Z boxes, you can move the tag from right to left and back and forward. Since this is a 3D environment, it is sometimes difficult to know which way it will move because we are in an interactive plane. Therefore, you will need to test it with the little arrows moving it around until you're satisfied with its position. Once the position is set, you can edit the icon by selecting Yaw to tilt it left or right, Pitch to tilt it from front to back, or Roll to rotate it from left to right. You can also decide to have the icon facing the camera. So when you're moving around the room, the icon is always facing you. Now let's add an interaction. Maybe you want the viewer to see a particular web page. Choose Open Link, add the URL address, and click Apply Interaction Change. Now when the viewer clicks on it, it brings up the URL address you set up. You can also choose Show Dialog in the UI interaction to add more information. When the viewer clicks it again, it will open a pop-up box and all your added material will be there. A UI tag is also used to create a gateway. For example, to enter a room that is not accessible or to move up and down the stairs. Let's create a gateway for this room. The first thing we need to do is open the floor plan tool. You want to make sure that the door or the wall is not hollow. First, we will click on Views to set up a jump to. Make sure to always create a more natural view that you will see when you come into the room. You can name it in order to recognize which jump to you'll be going to. You can leave it visible so it will be available to your viewer, or jump right back into this view within the 3D tour. So now let's get out of the room and create the gateway. We will once again open the floor plan tool, make sure this door is not hollow, and go into the Jump To menu. Select the view we just set up, and you will see a new drop-down menu appear. It will allow you to select multiple icons. You have jump arrow, the stairs, and the door. Let's use the door for this one. Click on the icon, and now you can come into the room. We can also create the other direction. Start by creating an item. Click on the plus sign, create the rectangle within the door frame, select the top yellow dot and pull it up to the top. Now click out. If you're stuck in the room, you can always use the mini-map to be able to go back into the other room. We will create the view that will be used for the other gateway direction. Click View, hit the plus sign, and create a view name. Here we will name it Hallway. Make it invisible, and go back into the room. To make it active, click on the door item you just created. Select Jump To, and click on the hallway, and select Jump Arrow. Now you can go in and out of the room. This tool can also be used for a dot that is further away, like maybe in the backyard. Sometimes the dots are more difficult to reach, so you can create a UI tag for those. Let's say we want to reach the dot out there. We will open the view, press on N to create a new UI tag. Since this area is further away to reach the dot, I will use the arrow this time. This is the same process as creating a gateway. You will need to create a view. Click the plus sign, name it, and hit the toggle to make it invisible. Click on the UI tag, select your tag, edit the interaction, and this time we will go to View and select the destination views we have created and click Apply Interaction Change. So now if I go back on the other side of the house and click on my arrow, I will be brought back to the laundry room immediately. The last thing we need to try with the UI tag is to add the floor plan information into your 3D environment. Click UI Tags tab to open the panel. First, you will need to use this button, Create Room Name Size UI Tag. It will ask you to confirm, click Yes, and then you will have two options. You can either put it on the floor or facing the camera. If you choose facing the camera, it will be facing you so you can always read the information. Let's try it on the floor. We will click on the same button, Create Room Name Size UI Tag, except click Remove All. This time, select On the Floor. Note that the floor plan information will be placed at the very same spot that you have it on the floor plan. So if it's on an island or a table, it will be placed on the island or the table. There are infinite possibilities that you can do with the UI tags. You are only limited by your imagination. If you have any questions or would like to know more on how to use Jump Tos or UI tags, please contact us at hello@urbanimmersive.com.